Now, listen, you guys, it seems like Ice Spice is out there reacting to her debut numbers, and we're also going to be talking about the Transformer making it a point to embarrass. Okay, she's making it a point to embarrass herself out there, and we're also going to be talking about this entire situation with Kehlani. Oh my God, it's scary what they're saying. And Nicki Minaj and Doja Cat allegedly they made up behind the scenes, and these are some of the things that we are going to be talking about in this video. Hello, tea lovers, and welcome to the tea plug. I trust you guys are doing well, and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great. You guys, I am doing extremely amazing. And without further ado, let us dive straight into today's tea. Today is a Monday, and we all know what that means. Billboard 200 commentary. Okay, so now it is actually being reported that Ice Spice's Y2K debuts at number 11 on this week's Billboard 200 with 28,000 units sold. Okay, so first of all, before we talk about how she responded to the news, let us discuss on whether this is actually a flop or not. Now, to begin with, it seems like a lot of people really do feel like there was some polarization that happened overnight with this, because you do know that the album was initially predicted to do 20,000. So obviously people are questioning what could have happened between Friday and today that made the album jump from 20 to 28,000. In as much as we do understand and acknowledge that the 20K was just a prediction. I mean, those people are hardly wrong. If they are wrong with like 2,000, 3,000, nothing more than that. Okay, so I'm just like, all these prediction pages, all these prediction sites, now I'm on your case. Are you even knowing what you're doing, or what exactly is happening? It's either there is payola or you guys are no longer reliable. Okay, because do you guys also not find it odd that when the predictions came out and people said that, well, she has 20K, the bar that was being used to measure her success was Jetavia. People were comparing Jetavia's mixtapes, debut to her album debut, and people were making fun of her, saying that, well, even JT's mixtape outdid your album. And all of a sudden, the news is now coming out that she did 28K, just 1K over Jetavia's own mixtape. What are the odds that, well, there was some polarization up there? What are the odds that Lucian's son pulled some strings over there? Like, what are the odds that, I'm just looking at that, like, the number is very questionable, if we are going to be honest. It's absolutely questionable. Okay, JT did 27K, and all of a sudden you just received a miracle. Now you're on 28K. I personally am not buying it, but I want you guys to let me know what you think about that. Do you think that it's a coincidence that, well, all of a sudden the number that she landed on is 28, and JT's number that was being used to compare, to her own album is 27? I smell something there. Okay, that being said, let us discuss on whether the album is overall a flop. I personally think that, well, if we're gonna compare with the mates, the Cousin Slots, the JTs, the Bongo Twos, and those are her mates, okay? And Lottery Ticket, I feel like those are their numbers. We all know that, well, it's not all of these girls that are international superstars like that, and the bar has been lowered for these girls. So I guess doing 28, 30K, these girls can get away with selling that low, because that's how much lower they've set the bar, just to say, oh my God, we have female rappers. Oh my God, we have a lot of female rappers coming out. But in all honesty, what is this? What is this even? Okay. And so that being said, I know you guys are going to be annoyed by my next point, but I'm just saying I will never let go of the text messages. If that annoys you, then that's your own problem. But listen, if somebody sets a standard for themselves, we will be there to remind them, like, this is what you said. If you come to me and you say that you perform miracles, obviously I'm going to want to see you performing miracles. You said it, I didn't say it. She's the one that said that she's out there giving Nicki Minaj opportunities. So I'm just like, for an overall general female rapper, 28K is not too bad, given that's what her counterparts are doing. But for somebody who gives legends and icons opportunities, I will always expect more from her. Especially now that you have Nicki Minaj's old team, and you played all these shenanigans, you did all these PR stunts and things like that. Obviously, we're gonna expect the PR stunts to do well for you. So we get shocked when after all that drama and all those theatrics, you're still coming up with 28K, I will be inclined to call you a flop because of the theatrics. Okay, that's just my opinion. And if you are one of those ones that are like, oh, the text messages are so, I'm sorry, I will not let it go. Just the same way that I would not let the Transformer saying that her records live in the top 10 go. They brought this upon themselves. Okay, I didn't come out here and say that, well, I give Nicki Minaj opportunities. I didn't come out here and say that, well, my records stay in the top 10. So please, if you have somebody to pick a bone with, go do it with the Transformer, go do it with Ice Spice. They professed that upon their own lives and forever will hold them to the standards that they set for themselves. It seems like Paprika Spice herself is actually very happy. With the debut, she said, like, did 15K. So thank you to everyone. And the fact that she had to first bring in like, I guess that's her trying to erase the fact that, well, going against Nicki Minaj did cost her. I guess that's what she's trying to convince herself, because I don't understand the whole thing of starting with, well, my previous project did this. This is meant to prove a point. But anyway, she said like did 15K. So thank you to everybody who supported me then. And thank you to all the new supporters. Y2K World Tour been fun. That these numbers are cool and all. But B, you should have seen that Boston crowd last night. NYC tomorrow. Is it not funny how they all say that numbers don't matter when they when they start flopping? Oh my God. When they start flopping, that's when they start realize that, you know what, numbers are not important and all these things and all these TED talks that she's coming through with, okay? Sell that music, because at the end of the day, that's what we expect from a musician, from an artist, okay? That being said, at least on the brighter side, okay, I'm not all negativity. On the brighter side, it seems like she's grateful. I don't know if she's grateful to her fans. I don't know if she's grateful to Elliot Grange. I don't know if she's grateful to the payolarization. I don't know who she's grateful to, but bottom line, she's grateful. And that's a good thing. That's one thing. That's one positive thing that we have in the situation. The next thing that we're going to be talking about, let us talk about Doja Cat and Nicki Minaj, okay? I did see some public page on Twitter there. Now, in as far as the reliability of that page, sometimes I'm just like, you guys sometimes sound like you just pull these things out of your behind, eh? But they're saying that, well, there are talks around Doja Cat and Nicki Minaj collaborating again. And I would be here to see a Doja and a Nicki Minaj collaboration as long as it doesn't end up in mess. But with these female rappers, honestly, at this point, I just feel like female rap unity, that whole thing, it's a myth. Okay, it doesn't exist, because rap is like a competitive type of art, and because of that, obviously, it's gonna be cats and dogs. And the more we deny that it's cats and dogs in rap, the more chaotic the situation becomes, okay? Because all of this drama is because people are trying to bring in a kumbaya when it doesn't really exist, okay? I personally am not for female rap unity. Call me whatever you want to call me, but yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not for that. Unfortunately. Let me know in the comment section what you think about the Doja Cat and Nicki Minaj situation. I'm just tired of mess. I'm tired of these collaborations that always end up in mess. I don't want that. Like, I really don't. The next thing that we're going to be talking about, Kelsey. Oh, they also say that Nicki Minaj is working on another album, her 6th album, and they said that, well, at the end of the tour, that's when she's gonna be releasing that album. And I don't know if I believe that. I honestly don't think I do believe that. But anyway, let me know in the comment section what you think about that. The next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Kelsey Nicole. It seems like, well, she did receive her Nicki Minaj shoe collection, and after the driver came out with that testimonial, at this point, I'm just like, Kelsey, Bongo 2, Tori, all three of them are just messy at this point, because there you have Kelsey coming in to telling us to stay tuned and things like that. So honestly, I wish Nicki would just stay away from that, circus, like far, far away from the circus, all right? Okay? Because at this point, it seems like even Kelsey herself is full of mess. But then again, they were besties with Bongo too. So chances are birds of the same feathers really do flock together. Anyway, the next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Ice Spice again. Oh my God, some of you were asking if she has deleted a comment because you were saying that you could no longer see that comment that Nicki Minaj ignored. And I did take the liberty to check, and yeah, she hasn't deleted. It's still there. She's still there, hanging there in embarrassment. Okay, she hasn't deleted that. Now, the next thing that we're going to be talking about, Kehlani, it seems like this week people are just on her neck. I don't know what's happening, from the Chris Brown story to the baby daddy coming in, accusing this woman of being in an inner chamber car. I intentionally did not, enunciate the CULT word because I don't know the YouTube guidelines and some of these things that these people do, but you got what I'm saying. So yeah, this baby daddy is coming through with some tea and basically demanding a full custody on the grounds that allegedly she is in some shady crowd, and well, yeah, it's mess. That's all I will say. It's very messy. It seems like somewhere, somehow, I don't know what's happening with Kehlani. I don't know what's happening with her, because this week has not been a good week for her. And you guys let me know in the comment section, do you guys believe that news that she's involved in those activities? Or do you think that this is just one other beta baby daddy and things like that? Because it's crazy how people behave once they break up or once they're no longer together. It is insane. Okay, and I found it disturbing the amount of time that this man came out there trying to say, but I'm not this, and I'm like, boy, listen, we got it. The next thing that we're going to be talking about, T.I. T.I. was arrested by mistake after the police were looking for another man with the same name, Clifford Harris, and then he was then released within 2 hours of his arrest. Now, that is absolutely sad. Like, how do you just go around arresting somebody when you don't even have all the facts? Like, are you mad? What is this? Like, you literally have me locked up for 2 hours just because you could not get your facts straight. Honestly, these things are so frustrating, eh? The next thing that we're going to be talking about, the Transformer, it seems like she is on a quest to embarrass herself. I don't know what's happening with her lately. I don't know really mentally if she's struggling with, well, she probably is, under mental distress, you guys, because you do know that, well, maybe the PR stand is actually in actual divorce this time. Maybe she's leaving this time now that there are these financial issues being brought to light and things like that. But I have people that surround her to blame in this. Okay, let me just insert maybe the video of her shouting and going at it with people, and then I will comment afterwards, and you guys, you will let me know in the comment section, does this seem normal to you? Like, does this seem like a sane person to you? Like, what is this?
I need to pay my shit. Stop taking pictures in my driveway. You whack ass. You arresting them, though. You call the cops and you arrest them. You touched their car. I saw you. I recorded you.
Me too.
I recorded you. You up for real.
That's Cardi B.
Well, you saw that, you guys. You saw the Transformer spiraling out of control, and it seems like the people that surround her really don't take any action, really don't get to sit her down to say, you know what, calm down, this is not how you behave, because what is happening? I don't even understand, you guys. At this point, I just feel like if the divorce is really going on, and if she's pregnant or if she's just given birth, is this not the point where your family sits you down and protects your peace than allowing you to go outside and make a fool out of yourself? Because she's spiraling, and it's so sad to watch. And the sad part about this entire situation is because of her antics, some of the antics that she has, this woman can go through postpartum depression, and people will just say, well, that's her being, her usual self. That's her being insane as always. That's her being, the Transformer. That's the downside of creating a personality around being a mad person. Because when you actually do run mad, people will not call a psychiatrist for you. They won't call a psychiatrist for you. You will just run mad because people will be like, well, that's you just being you. Okay, because at this point it's insane. And another person came in also discussing about how they met at an airport and she was out there stomping his phone. And the way this man spoke about it so calmly, and the way people are receiving it as, oh my God, she's just being. I know that it had been a black woman, it would have been a different conversation. I would definitely insert that man narrating the airport incident. And you guys let me know if this seems in any way normal to you. This does not seem normal to me at all. And yeah, I would definitely insert that at the end of this video. Now, the last thing that we're going to be talking about, let us talk about religion, okay? Now, it seems like the internet is not that receptive to the point that Brittany Renner is out there getting born again, converting to Muslim. Now, people feel like, oh my goodness, there could never be another side to her. She has done so much bad that she cannot be religious and things like that. And I will say that, well, that's exactly what religion is. Unfortunately, it's about, receiving forgiveness and things like that. And that's why it's not up to us human beings, because you just saw me at the beginning of this video literally crucifying Ice Spice for text messages, and by now probably God forgave her. So honestly, I feel like if somebody has found something that brings them sanity, allow them to have that. If it's a criminal offense, however, if they, are in a criminal offense, I feel like here on this earth, obviously they have to pay up. And then if the Father in heaven forgives them, that's one thing. But on earth, if you get arrested, if you, do something criminal, you get arrested, okay? That doesn't take away from your power to get forgiveness from above. Okay, so as long as Brittany hasn't done anything criminal, I feel like, religiously speaking, she can actually convert and she can become a new creature. Now, it is up to us to accept it or not accept it, but I believe that between her and God, it is what it is, okay? We can all scream and shout and say whatever we want to say, but as long as, they're straight with God, then it is what it is. Let me know in the comment section what you think about Brittany converting to Muslim. Speaking about converting to Muslim, I was actually talking to my sister the other day, and I was like, the older I'm growing up, the more I'm realizing that there isn't really much difference between Christianity and Islam, okay? And I did say this because there's a certain YouTuber of mine that just they've always been, Muslim, but like they started embracing it more. And the older I grow, the older I also become receptive to the fact that at the end of the day, it's bad and good. It's evil and holy stuff, okay? We may have differences in, let me stop this preacher business. Let me stop this preacher business and go back to watching, Lucifer for the 4th time. Meanwhile, I will insert the video of the men narrating the airport incident with the transformer, and also the video of Brittany getting reborn, okay? Until my next one, you guys, see you.
So I'm like, oh shit, that's Cardi B. I walk up to her, I'm like, do you mind being in the video, or can I take a picture with you? My fans, you know what I'm saying? It'll be good for the vlog, whatever. She look at me, look away. But it was one of them, like, you know what I'm saying? So and her assistant was just like, she not really in the mood to take pictures right now.
For me.
So I'm like, well, I'm a vlog my surroundings. She could be in the camera. She ain't gotta say camera.
Yeah.
That's, you know what I'm saying? That's legal, ain't it? So I'm like, fuck, I'ma still vlog. Like, fuck you. You ain't gotta say nothing to me. As soon as I pull my camera up, within the blink of an eye, Cardi B grabs my phone, tosses my shit across the airport. This is in front of everybody. Runs to my shit, stomping up my phone.
Okay.
She got a big ass security guard on my mama, big linebacker, big D tackle or something.
Man,
On me, he big.
Cardi B's like, she picked up the phone, and hands it to him, like, delete all that shit. So he's going through the media or whatever.
He's actually going through your phone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's going through the phone. He's deleting like, the weekend. I'm like, chill out, bro. You know what I'm saying? He said something real slick, like real sly, like, you better walk off, I'll beat your ass. like that.
Okay.
So I turn around like, huh? I say, B. Lou, hold this. Don't miss a thing. I walk up to him like, what's good? We squaring up. So we going back and forth.
This middle of the airport on my mama. Everybody watch.
I'm in his face, you know. I'm spitting in his face, all that. We going back and forth. Like, what's good? But the police come, they start setting and shit. And Kehlani.
First of all, honey, you know what I've noticed? In any message I share, for the record, always applies to myself. Like, I'm not exempt just because I'm sharing it. So I've noticed that we want to sign your sign. Mind you, we've been getting dreams, songs, angel numbers. That post that came across our feed that just so happened to apply to our situation. But we want the sign to be on the billboard in big red letters, lit up with glitter. And it's almost as if we're waiting for this moment to feel ready. You're not going to feel ready for something you've never done. That's why you have to get pushed. We're also waiting for us to trust the outside world and the people in it. But a bird doesn't trust the branch it lands on. It trusts its wings. And you should do the same. First of all, honey. So I'm currently cleaning house, out with the old, in with the new, manifesting a new wardrobe, inshallah. I have no idea how this is gonna look. I have contractual obligations, clothes to wear, posts to do, bills that have to be paid, and, showing up the best I can, right? Because I know that it's not going to be perfect. I know that people may have a gripe. I mean, my arms are out, right? First of all, it's hot, and then I sweat like a puddle under my armpits. Not an excuse, but looking into Botox under my arms and finding clothes that are more aligned with where I'm headed, even if it's not to the book perfect. That's what this is all about for me, as I'm just going to show up and give my best. And every day my best gets better.